Welcome to a new episode of Farm Like a Hero, folks. I'm Richard Perkins, and today I'm here with Cathal Mooney from Heatherhill Farm. That's a farm located in Donegal in Ireland, and it was established in 2018. Their farm is featuring pastured layers, pastured broilers. They have some sheep, some pigs, beehives. It's a whole diverse operation going on. And I believe all of their produce is sold locally through subscriptions and drop-off points, as well as supplying to a few local restaurants. And Cathal took a farm-scale permaculture design course with us over in Ireland, and then also ongoing with the online training. And to me, I think you'll see through this interview, he's someone that's really taken what he's learned and run with it and is doing a great job. So excited to learn more about your farm. Cathal, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thanks so much for having us. It's great to be here.
Yeah, wonderful. Maybe I wonder if we could start by just giving folks a little bit of your background, what you were doing before farming, and like what things came about in your life that led you to this new venture.
Okay, so we're up on the northwest coast of Ireland. We're just on the Atlantic coast, so it's real rugged country we're from. And I grew up, and it's mainly sheep farming, hill farming, and kind of lowland cattle farming. But I grew up on a conventional sheep farm, small scale. And in the early 90s, into the millennium, a lot of farmers started working second jobs, and then all of a sudden there was no farmers working full time. But I grew up in agriculture, and I loved farming. But as I started to, in my early teens, I started to see that it wasn't very economical. I couldn't see a way to make a living farming. So I went to university, became a teacher. I was a woodworking technical drawing teacher. And I just came out of college when the economic crash was, so there was no work. And I emigrated to Australia. And I was 21, backpacking around Australia. I actually got an awesome job. We used to work in events. We used to build temporary grandstands and corporate platforms for all the major sporting events, basically trucked us around from city to city. And done that for 2 years and got to see a lot of Australia. Actually worked on a cotton farm when I was over there, done a bit of cotton farming. And then an opportunity came up at home to get into food manufacturing. It was a local guy from my local town was getting into, his family had a bakery, and he'd done quite well at it, and he was getting into gluten-free bread manufacturing. And I had worked in the bakery as kind of summer jobs and that when I was a kid, and I thought this was an exciting project, and it was close to home, so took it on. And we went on a journey there, and we started engineering bread that we actually ended up shipping all around the world. We used to ship it to America, Australia, all over Europe. And we became one of the leaders in the gluten-free market. And we were just experimenting, really, is how we got into it. And I'd done that for 2 or 3 years. And it was through my time doing that I was actually sitting down with the likes of Cargill and Dow, some of these big players in the world markets. They were really interested in us because we were doing some funky stuff with some of their products. And I was kind of really interested in where these products were coming from. And I started really getting into the nitty-gritty of what's going into food and that. And then I started a realization came along that, where our whole food system's at. And then I kind of started etching it back at me again with this agriculture. I always, in the back of my head, I had it wrote off, couldn't make any money doing it. And so I started to look around to see, is there anybody out there that was, pushing. I was a lot older now, and I'd seen some innovative things around the world. And started, and mainly it was kind of stuff from the States I was seeing. I remember I was like, people like Justin Rhodes, and that YouTube was just coming on to be a thing. I was kind of lucky to be at this kind of time, place, and circumstance, and kind of put me on to people like Joel Salatin. And I can even remember the day I started to find some of these people in America on YouTube, and I kind of was like, geez, there's nobody over here doing it at all. And I remember the day I stumbled upon your page, and I was like, crap, this guy's doing it all. He's it all figured out. Someone's been here, done this. And that was kind of like really coming across what you had done at Ridgedale. And that's probably like maybe 4 years ago or so. I was like, this all makes perfect sense in my head.
To listen in to unedited long-form conversation, I'm super excited to announce the Farm Like a Hero experience is now live Our 2020 special features more than 70 interviews with Europe's best regenerative farmers in long-form conversation, weekly Q&A sessions with myself, as well as the private Facebook community. Our Epic Hero membership is now only open until June the 11th, so join now at farmlikeahero.com and we'll see you in there.